Hello and welcome to episode 37 of the Light Pole Podcast. I find it hard to believe we've been here for almost a year doing this, but here we are nonetheless with my fellow co-hosts Kyler, Joey, and Wiley, which I did not forget to mention this time.
Thank you.
It hasn't been a year.
No,
He's joking. We're not at episode 37.
Oh my
I think it's been about
Lord.
4 or 5 months maybe, which is still pretty impressive. Yeah,
Since
All right, so-
October, because that's when Mandalorian started.
that's when we kicked it off. Wow. Dude, and we're almost in March. Corona's almost a thing of the past.
Don't
We call
don't
almost
get
set
too
up a
ahead
studio.
yourself.
I know.
I don't want to jinx
So our
anything.
viewers, look at this delicious food. I think that I'm gonna make this like a weekly thing. Every episode. Should show
Oh,
what I
great!
eat.
We get to hear Wiley chewing into his
Mm.
microphone.
Yeah, it's pretty fire.
I step back when I chew. I don't want to be in.
All right. Well, we'll kick it off with some entertainment news here. I don't know if you guys heard, but Peacock, the streaming service, lost almost $1 billion in 2020.
What?
Why?
Yeah, not
Why?
916 million.
What happened?
So, from what I've
Saved by the
read,
Bell
Where did they
City?
go wrong?
They got The Office. How did they go wrong?
yeah, from
'Cause
what
that's
I've
all they
read,
based everything off of. They said we have the
Streaming
office. That's all we
services-
need.
no, they have a lot. Dude, they have all the George Lopez show, which we all know is the best show ever created to mankind.
At 3 a.m. But
the cowbell. From what I've read, streaming services lose a lot of money when they first kick it off because of licensing fees and because of all this other stuff. And they don't start recuperating that money until they have original content come out. So I wouldn't be surprised if Disney Plus, when they released their stuff, said they lost X amount of money, which would be insane because they quadrupled their estimates for subscriber count, which is wild.
isn't that strange though? Because Peacock is literally anything from NBC. So shouldn't it all be original content?
I know that is a little weird.
And to be honest, I generally steer clear from like Netflix's original content because it's usually
Trash.
garbage.
It's usually trash.
90% of it is
Very,
horrible.
very few Netflix original movies and or shows are enjoyable to watch.
It's the teenage stuff that the originals that get.
Yeah, it's just like it's cringe. There's not a lot of production quality. The acting is spotty at best a lot of the times. So it's just like, ugh.
But I guess that's where Netflix, maybe that's why they got started in original content so heavy, because now if you see every day there's some new original Netflix thing, and every now and then you get a Stranger Things, you get an Outer Banks,
Yeah, that's true. There's some
Ozark,
things, Yeah.
things that just
Ozark is a
slam.
Netflix original?
Yeah,
Really?
I believe the first one was House of Cards, which
Nah.
I never got into. Yeah, I think House of Cards was the first one.
Wow, that's a throwback.
Fun fact for you: if at the beginning of House of Cards, there's, the Netflix sound when you start watching something, when you turn it on, it's like doom doom.
Mhm.
That's from House of Cards. That was the opening to House of Cards.
So it must be
And
that.
they use
so
that.
yeah, that makes sense if it was the
Okay.
first.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that.
I can't vouch for it. I never got. I think I saw the pilot. I never got into the show, but I heard good things about the beginning, and then it dipped. Something, maybe it was.
Something
House
with a
of Car-
famous actor there or something happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say,
into
that's-
children. I think
That's the one. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Kevin
Glad we got that
Spacey.
cleared up.
it's Kevin Spacey, Joey. That's your boy.
Spacey.
Kevin Spacey.
Spacey.
Avatar is getting re-released in Chinese markets, and they only need $7.6 million to pass Endgame, and they already have 5.5 million in pre-sales.
Wow.
How crazy is that? Does that not seem petty?
2009.
Now was that on
that
purpose?
movie came out.
They feeling some type of way.
Yeah, I think it might be because they're releasing the second movie next year.
It's like promo type of thing.
It could be, yeah. I mean, if they re-released it here, I would love to.
To go watch it,
I
yeah.
wish I saw Avatar in IMAX. I never did, and oh my gosh, I
I
wish
saw
I
that
did.
in
I-
3D.
yeah,
I don't think I saw it in IMAX. I saw it in 3D, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's when 3D was like brand spanking new.
But that was the only one that was doing it well.
Yeah.
That's why they made so much money, dude.
Yeah.
Huge, vibrant colors. Movie that was made for 3D, filmed in IMAX.
hmm
Woo. So
That was an experience. That was like one of those movies that like when you grow up, you're like, I remember being in the theaters,
there
like
for
telling
that.
your kid.
Yep.
That's
for the
cool.
most expensive. And the crazy thing is that there was no pre-roll for it. There was no anticipation. It was
It
just
was like this random alien movie
Oh,
thing.
an
you're right.
original by
Yeah.
James Cameron. Like that to me blows my mind.
And he created like an entire language
Yeah.
for that movie.
The
Yep.
Navi.
The Navi. Yeah, it's nuts.
The
That's
movie is
crazy.
like, people try to slack on it and say all this crazy stuff about it
was good.
today. It was a
Right.
good movie. It's
I like
not the
that.
best
They
thing
put a
ever,
lot of
but-
work for that time.
and you could tell that junk holds up. That thing looks good today. 11 years into the future of 3D filmmaking
CGI,
and IMAX.
everything.
So that's going to be exciting.
I'll go to China to watch it.
Did you guys know? So apparently next week, they might be reopening theaters in California. Fun fact for you: Los Angeles alone accounts for 10% of all movie ticket sales in the United States.
What?
How insane is that? That one city is 10% of all movie theater ticket sales.
That's how
Wow.
many
I wonder how
like,
much New
theaters
York
they have
is.
there. Well, I guess Hollywood. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Yeah,
But Hollywood isn't in LA.
but it's
Hollywood
close.
is-
It's close.
yeah.
LA is like the central point where everyone
California
kind
is
of goes to.
huge, dude.
It's nuts. It's insane how huge it is. I'm actually looking forward to when everything opens back up because my wife and her entire family are from California. They all live like a half hour from LA. And the last time I went over there, we had the whole thing was all booked up, our trip. But I'm looking forward to the next time we go actually being able to experience California
Yep.
and hang out like in LA and go to Disney over there and stuff like that because they have
Yeah.
Galaxy's Edge and all that.
That sounds dope.
That'll be a lot of fun.
I want to
I wanna
make
go
a
to
trip
California.
just to go to Galaxy's Edge, and I want to take a road trip through is it Highway 1 or I forget. That's all through the coast of California. You
Mhm.
could start on like the bottom and go all the way up top. I want to do
It's
that.
probably beautiful.
Yeah.
I told
all
Crystal,
scenic.
I was like, I don't care what you do. I don't care what you buy, what you spend money on. Do whatever you want, but I'm not leaving California without a lightsaber. I'm building
That's-
my own lightsaber. That is the
That's
only
fair
thing that I
enough.
want to do when I'm over there.
My biggest regret is going to the Star Wars convention and not buying a custom lightsaber.
Well, we went to, but we just waited too long. So by
Yeah.
the time we got to
Yeah.
all the little kiosks, they
Yep.
were like the parts that nobody wanted because they looked too stupid.
We went
And it
what
cost
did
like
we-
$800.
I know. We did what? Friday, Saturday, Sunday? We went all
Mhm.
3 days, right?
Well, no, it's 4. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and
Thursday.
Sunday.
Okay, we
You
went
guys
Friday.
went Friday. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sunday is, I believe Sunday is when we went to the lightsaber kiosk, and it was like they were sold out of like so much stuff, and I was like, oh, the
It
wooden
was like
hills.
the garbage.
I'm
scrap
assuming
that was
first day.
left over.
Thursday and Friday is probably where they made most
The
of their
gift
sales.
shop, we got
Yeah.
the garbage scrap.
Oh my goodness! I bought that shirt because it was all that was left. It was like
Dude, it shrunk after
$110.
one wash. After
I
one
got-
wash, it
I got
shrunk.
my Star Wars baseball cap, and I don't
Yeah.
even wear baseball caps because my head looks.
You don't even
weird
wear
in
hats
them.
in general.
Yeah,
No.
I got the Star Wars Celebration T-shirt and a Boba Fett beanbag, and that's it. That was all I got
You're
from the
not wrong.
convention.
I
was
bought
so
that
disappointed.
shirt.
You could have gotten all that at Think Geek.
Yeah.
No, literally
100%.
everything. The shop, when we got into it, first of all, the line was like 3 hours long to get into the shop. Second, we get to the entrance and there's this guy signing badges. And I'm like, listen, I don't know who you are. You're not famous, number one. I don't want you signing my badge and messing it up. But apparently he was the dude that designed the
Mhm.
the
The
picture
art.
on the
Art.
badge.
Mhm.
So he was signing everyone's badge, and I was like, is this optional? it's a good picture, but this is memorable, and I don't know who you are.
I still have mine.
I have it right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's somewhere.
That's funny.
So that I was like, I wanted to pass that dude out. But
Going back to how big California is, I remember seeing this fact. I had to look it up again. But standing shoulder to shoulder, the entire world's population could fit within 500 square miles of Los Angeles.
of just Los Angeles,
Yeah.
The entire world's population.
Yep.
7
National Geographic.
billion.
I don't know how accurate that is.
That's Nat
seems
Geo,
But
really
that's everyone
National
like
Geographic.
standing
That's coming
shoulder
from
to
National
shoulder,
Yeah.
front
Uh,
to front, kind of.
6 feet apart. Thank you very much. Social
boo.
distance.
That's what they tell me. Probably 6 feet apart. That's what they say. It's a big problem, the corona.
Hate this dude.
At least we got
But I
your.
love my African Americans. They're good people. The African Americans.
Once met a dude named Corn Pop.
I can't do Biden for
Pop's
the
a
life
bad
of me. I couldn't do it if I tried, bro.
I almost collapsed at the bender when I was listening
Oh,
to that at
goodness.
work. My legs actually got weak.
One day you need to watch him say it one day because it's just
I still have.
it was
yet
like
to see
really
that.
hot out. Yeah.
We'll look it up
It
after.
was hot.
We'll look it up
We will.
after.
He was
It's
having
hot.
a moment.
He was saying some crazy
Joe, we gotta go, Joe.
stuff. Yeah. Joey, is there a picture of that on their website? Like a diagram of the people standing shoulder to shoulder?
I have no clue.
Well, it's not like they actually did it.
But
Okay,
in
well,
the
you can draw a
meantime,
picture.
y'all seen Natalie Portman? That awkward picture they took of her
Of her
looking
like
swole?
flying.
No. Can you
What?
screen share?
Oh.
I
Oh,
haven't even heard of that.
A swole
Everyone
Mighty
has
Thor.
screen share
Yeah,
capability.
there's a picture going around.
I thought she was done with Marvel.
No,
coming back?
she's Thor in the next Thor movie, Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
She's the mighty Thor.
Oh.
You
We
guys see-
definitely discussed that in one of the. My goodness, bro.
Guns
in
to
the
a hammer
world?
fight.
No
Holy
way.
crap.
that's the picture going around because apparently she been
Even her
working
face
out.
is Diesel.
Bro, that's not Natalie Portman, dude. That's Nathaniel.
Nah,
Portman.
that's
Holy cow, dude.
Ah, stop.
is that a stunt double?
No,
No,
that's
that's
her.
her.
That's her, dude.
Are you sure?
Oh,
Yeah.
she's-
Did you see
Yeah.
the Did you see the picture of like someone in like a blue CGI suit, like holding her up? I guess she's like flying.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And all the pictures, all the comments were like, "I respect actors so much for being able to hold a straight face through this."
He's
That's
like
what
in
I'm saying.
the
That goes-
he's like in the blue latex suit. He's just holding
Yeah.
her up.
That goes back to that the behind the scenes one that we watched of Flash and Supergirl.
Ah,
when he's just like
that's
spinning his
terrible.
arms like
That's even
that.
worse.
He's like,
And she jumps. That is the most hilarious thing. And then
We'll get to
that's a
CW.
serious show. Imagine shows like The Office
not
or like well, I mean, I know
It's
it's
supposed
trying
to be. It's
serious.
supposed to be
to be.
serious.
But
Yes.
comedies like The Office or like Community or something like that. How do they go through these lines
Well, that's why I
and
like.
not just absolutely just lose it every time?
That's why I like listening to the Office ladies.
Office ladies.
Because when they explain like those certain scenes, we're like, how many times did
Yeah.
you break? And they're like, I think they got the only shot possible because they were laughing for like an hour.
Or working
Like-
with an actor like Jim Carrey, who's constantly like ad-libbing.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'd lose
And just
it.
like
Steve
off the top of his head. Or
Steve
yeah,
Carell is
Steve
straight up just ad libbing the entire time.
Or Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
Who's always
yeah.
just like coming up with his own lines.
He-
They're just like just work
He was
off
just
of
eating.
it.
He was just eating in the middle of the
Eating
on
set.
set.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like, how do you keep a straight face?
Oh, wait, I got the wrong.
Ah,
I was trying to find this. There was another leaked picture from the Thor set, and it was, you know how they're filming in Australia, and it's kind of the open fields and stuff like that. So the reason that they're getting a lot of leaks from these sets is because it's in the open fields and they have security around the set, but someone can go to a hill and zoom in.
Zoom
in.
So someone did that, and you see Taika, he's directing a scene, the scene where Natalie Portman was being held up, and it was a 3 picture series, and the first one is him like pointing at her, telling her what to do. The second is him looking back at the cameras, and the third is him flipping off the cameras like this. This is so Taika.
I like that. That's funny. Have you guys tried out Paramount? We actually got it.
Oh, Paramount Plus?
Yeah,
No, I didn't even know it dropped yet.
How much is
honestly.
not bad. How much is Paramount? $10 a month.
Without
For no
ads?
for no ads. With ads is $5.
Mm-mm. No ads is the only option.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think Ren just learned how to fly.
gone.
He's crazy, but it's
What's
pretty
on
good. It has like all the Nick shows. It has Ned's
Nickelodeon, right?
Declassified. It has iCarly.
Ned's Declassified
It has-
School Survival Guide.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I'm gonna start that.
Oh,
Definitely.
whoa.
He's all over TikTok again.
Is he?
Oh, yeah,
The kid who played Ned?
older. I forget his name.
Ned.
He has a YouTube channel.
His name is Ned.
Yeah, I know.
I don't care
Yeah.
what his name
Yeah,
is.
okay, fair
Ned.
enough.
I forgot what
Doesn't
his
he have like
YouTube
a
channel
beard
is,
now?
something.
He like has
Yeah.
a beard. Or
Yeah.
probably
Has a
shaved
beard.
or something.
Nah,
He
he's
did a
not
TikTok with
he's not
coconut
allowed to
head,
grow
bro.
up.
Yeah, everyone was
Oh
like,
my
"Oh my god, he's still mad creepy looking."
What was that? Toot Toot?
Huh?
Toot Toot?
Oh,
Is that the
the-
kid who was always farting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that coconut head?
No,
not
no,
No,
no.
no, no.
It was a character named Toot Toot.
What an amazing show! Remember the scene when they all flushed the toilet at the same time using the walkie-talkies? They're like, "We're all
Yeah.
gonna do it at the same," and then the whole school jumped. Mad corny.
Wasn't the janitor like the guy behind all of the cartoons on Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
He was
Maybe?
like the
The
artist
voice
or the
of
creator or something like
Fairly
that.
Odd Parents, no?
Oh,
Oh,
I don't know if he was.
You mean the artist?
The janitor.
I think
Or the janitor.
Holy
yeah.
cow.
He was
His
something
voice
like that. He was like a
yeah.
big shot in Nickelodeon, but more behind the scenes stuff. And that was like the one time that he was actually in front of a camera.
Mm.
Could have been a writer or something. I don't. Yeah.
I'm gonna find this out because I think I know who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Gordon Davitt. Oh, Darren Norris. Darren Norris.
The janitor from
Anyway, well, he
Nancy
looks
Classified,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, Paramount has a bunch of stuff, man, that I didn't even realize. They have SpongeBob. They have
Well, so does
Mission Impossible movies 1, 2, and 3.
Amazon Prime has SpongeBob too. Did they take it off Amazon Prime?
I don't know. I was watching Amazon Prime before, but it hasn't. It has Rocket Power, bro.
Rocket
Power, Cat Dog. It has all those like old stuff.
Cat.
So
oh my goodness, dude.
Did the deal with Netflix and Nickelodeon fall through?
I don't know.
It went over to Paramount then?
Maybe
So
that
I
was like
actually
a
really looking forward to that.
maybe that was like a warm up because you know who did that? HBO put a lot of their stuff on Amazon Prime before HBO Max came out. So maybe it's like start watching it here and then you're gonna want to watch it when it goes here because you're halfway through.
Should we talk about HBO's little hiccup with Tom and Jerry?
Oh, dude, go ahead. Did you read about it?
Well, no, one of the guys at work told me about it.
Yeah.
So what was it? Tuesday, I think it was, right?
I think it was during this week.
Tuesday morning, sometime during this week. I think it was Tuesday morning. A lot of HBO Max subscribers logged on and decided to watch Tom and Jerry, but when they clicked on Tom and Jerry, instead they got the Zack Snyder Justice League unrated cut.
How crazy is
that? And it was like the whole thing. It wasn't like a glitch, like a snippet or something like that. It was the entire movie got leaked under the Tom and Jerry title.
At first, some people were watching it and whatnot. They were tweeting it out, but then the movie stopped at the Tom and Jerry runtime. So an hour and 40 minutes. I don't know what it is, but X amount of minutes. Yeah, but other users found a workaround to finish the entire movie. So there's reviews floating around of the movie online because I had the least idea.
Have you seen the reviews or no? Have you read it?
I have not looked at anything, no.
Okay.
I don't want
I'd rather go into it blind.
I kind of want to know, but yeah, you're right.
Unfortunately, I am still excited and I've day by day tried to tamper my expectations, but
couldn't care less.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, something that you would care about, the aircraft carrier scene between Godzilla and Kong is 18 and a half minutes long.
That's
how amazing is
really
that?
Long.
That's 18 and a half minutes long of a fight.
That's
scene
almost like
Godzilla
an entire
that's why you said it looks like the whole trailer is just them on the aircraft.
Remember I said that? Yeah. Because it is. That's 18 minutes of them fighting on the aircraft carrier around there.
That may seem insignificant in terms of time because you're thinking, oh, it's probably like a 2-hour movie or whatever. 18 minutes is a long time for one scene because you don't realize how much scenes jump around in movies. That is a long time.
Dude, how long was the Civil War airport scene? From Marvel.
Probably like 10 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. That alone felt like it was like so like
and
perfect
that's a
amount of
fleshed out scene, yeah.
Look it up, D.
I'm looking it up. Any other movie news in the meantime?
Honestly, not really, bro.
Yeah, it was a slow news week.
Not really, dude. But in music news, bro, we got new music from my boy Aubrey Graham. Dropped it on the cut. You know what I'm saying? That's Drake, dude, straight from the 9. You know what I'm saying? Bruno Mars dropped absolute gold with Anderson .Paak. Have you guys heard that
right.
Bruno Mars song?
That's right.
It's a single, right?
Oh my God, yes, dude. When I tell you, your ears will turn to gold when you listen to it. It is R&B brought back to the good R&B funk. Like, holy cow. I wanted to put on like bell bottoms and like start doing like it was so oh my gosh.
Did you see the leaked track list for Justin Bieber's album? The features on there?
No. But I'm not excited.
He's got Giveon. He's got Daniel Caesar.
So you telling me we getting some
R&B, like R&B, like soul, like
yeah. That's what I need, because that last album was doo doo.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't even listen to it.
Bro, he was like, I'm dropping my most meaningful album. I did this whole spiritual journey, this and that. And this is gonna be the most deep. Girl, you got that yummy yum. Come on, get out of here, bro. I had never felt so betrayed as when that song dropped.
Gotta take a second.
I love the one with. I love the one with was it Skrillex? That one was good.
Dude, I don't even remember. That's it. Sorry. Get a napkin, bro. It's just, you can't say you're gonna drop this crazy album that you've matured, that you're a new human, and then you hit us with that and all these other stupid songs, bro. It's atrocious. After Purpose, I loved Purpose. That album was so good. Children and all these other ones.
That's what I'm talking about. Purpose with Skrillex.
Oh, Skrillex did a song on there with him?
Skrillex produced most of the album.
Really? So I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's why
that's why it was so fire.
Yeah, most of the beats, you know how it was like the EDM type thing. Yeah.
Do you know what's that dude's name? Because you know how a lot of these big artists don't write their actual songs. I'm trying to think. There's this guy, he's on TikTok now. He's written some of the biggest songs. Like, let me see, Umbrella song.
I know who you're talking about. The guy with the crazy hair.
Yeah, he's mad scruffy looking.
Yeah. People don't know his name, but he's behind a bunch of big songs.
Bro, he's behind Benny Blanco, is it?
Yeah, I think that's.
Oh, he's on the new Justin Bieber album also.
Dude.
Oh snap.
Okay, so the biggest hit from Justin Bieber's last album was obviously "Lonely," because the song was everywhere. Let me see. He wrote that. Benny Blanco actually wrote that. I'm trying to find number one songs you didn't know were written by Benny Blanco. You know what? Let's screen share it, because why not? Let's do it together. We're on a tangent. So, okay. Tayo Cruz Dynamite. If you don't know Dynamite, you haven't lived.
Oh my.
California Girls, Teenage Dream, Moves Like Jagger, Shandapal, Samigimito, Payphone. Yep. Yeah, my broken heart. Love Yourself. Remember this one?
Yeah.
We're just gonna scroll past Ed Sheeran, maybe the wackest songwriter in human history. And Freaky Friday. He has 1 billion more too.
Wow.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't like Ed Sheeran.
Apparently.
Let me see. I'm looking.
His songs are all the same, bro. You can't. How are you that? He has a formula for songs to get him on the radio in every environment possible. Whether it's moms driving their kids to soccer practice or like club bops, and they hit for like 3 weeks and then they get so played out, dude.
Okay.
Oh, they're so bad. I hate Ed Sheeran songs.
Yo, Skrillex produced like 4 or 5 on that Justin Bieber album. Benny Blanco did like 1 or 2. Interesting. And on purpose, by the way.
Well, that was a nice little music tangent there.
Who would have thought?
We touch it all here on the Light Pole Podcast. Pause.
This is a perfect.
You know,
it's a
you
perfect example of what a music episode would be like, where it's just more pretty much Darrien and Wiley having a conversation, and Joey and I just smiling and
twiddling our thumbs.
Yeah. He's like, I know Taylor Swift. Joe, you like BTS and stuff, though, right? You can tell us. No, he does, bro. I'm serious. He likes it.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, BTS is pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
That's one
they
thing.
They got some bops, dude.
There's one thing I can't get into, man.
When it comes to music, I love anything like with a good beat. Like the lyrics could be really trashy, but as long as the beat's right, absolutely, that's what I'm focused on. And I'll listen to like the back tones. I'll listen to the instruments in the background of the song.
Yeah. That's why me and Joey have like completely opposite taste. He's always been like more EDM, more like those kind of upbeat stuff, and I'm like R&B, like slower. Frank Ocean.
I like Neo. It all. I can't get into country.
Oh, bro, Let me
I know.
tell you, my
We're
guy.
not starting this. We're not starting this. No.
No, because
No,
see,
no.
I was against country music. I was.
No.
This is not a
vehemently
music
against it.
episode.
I'm
we
not
won't,
saying-
we won't go into it.
I'm not saying
we're
I'm
not.
against
No.
it. I personally can't get into it. I've heard enough country. My wife loves country.
I'm
She's from
saying I'm
Texas.
against it.
I just can't get into it.
Bro, Josh Turner. All right, you're a girl. But what I'm saying is,
I'm a girl.
Morgan Wallen may be a racist, but he's got some bops, and I will separate the art from the artist. Okay,
I can't.
and if you listen to Whiskey
We're
Glasses,
losing
bro,
focus of this episode.
oh me, dude, I'm telling you. Let me,
Pour me
bro.
another drink.
One day we take a car and you just jam out to some country music.
I'm good.
Well,
I'll
when we
take
went
your
to go get the
philosophy and just
suits-
jump out the car.
When we went to go get the suits for my wedding, you were trying to bump some country music in the Kia that you had rented, or what was it? The
was he
Hyundai?
playing
The
Redneck?
Honda-
Oh, it was the
like
Hyundai, dude.
like the Santa Fe or whatever.
Yeah. But it probably was Rednecker. That song's fire too. Okay, when we went to pick up Kyler's suits, and I love telling this story. We got to the mall and we got there really early, and I was like, all right, we're like 15 minutes early before they open. So at the mall, they had one of those rotary areas where you drive in a circle and you get off on one of the exits there. So they're all talking about some movie in the back. It's Wiley,
Oh,
Kyler,
no.
and Wesley. And we're on the rotary and I'm driving. So I just get out and I hold the wheel right here. And we're just circle.
Literally a solid like probably.
And
4
we're
minutes.
and we're holding
Just
a
drove around in
conversation.
circles.
We're holding a conversation
like-
for this long, and
None of us,
none of us
at
mentioned
all.
it. And then after a while, I'm like, "Are you still driving in a circle?"
At one point,
Literally
one
a
of them,
solid 4
they
minutes.
were all like this. They're all like,
We're just
leaning
leaning,
against the
yeah, my
window.
head is like up against the window.
and I'm like crying in my seat. Like, when are they going to notice that we're just circling this
That's
thing?
the thing. We were just having a
dude.
normal
It
conversation.
was a
That
pretty tight circle too.
I
It wasn't
remember-
even like a wide roundabout.
I think I'm the one who noticed it because I saw you laughing, and I'm like, "Why is he laughing?" And then I realized we're just going in a
Oh,
circle.
my
I'm like,
goodness.
"Darrien."
I forgot about that.
There was no one around. It was empty.
Nah,
It
it was
like-
dead. Yeah.
It was like 8 a.m. or something. And we thought it was going to take 3 hours to get there. And it was like an hour and 20 minutes. And we got there so
Sat in the
early.
parking lot for
Yeah,
like
that's
an hour just watching like
Yeah.
Vines or something.
We're watching Kevin Hart, dude.
Yeah.
Yes,
In the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he went
Which-
to Japan and he had all the gun compartments.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
excited.
I'm gonna do some laundry. Bam!
Gun compartment.
Compartment.
He's like, just let me finish this cake I got in the oven. Bam! Gun.
Compartment.
Hey,
But
Oh,
that's a good segue into Mysterious Places, which is the second half of this podcast episode. Unless anyone has any other.
I mean, we did mention Japan, so I guess that is kind of a segue.
You read my thoughts.
Japan's weird.
I watched The Flash. That was
Oh,
terrible.
Joey, let's
Oh.
talk. Let's talk about real quick. Superman and Lois. Have you guys seen
Darren
the
watched it,
pilot?
first episode.
I heard it's actually good.
Let me tell you. Okay. Joey
Go
saw it
ahead, D.
first.
Yeah, but I want to know your review, D. I want to hear from you.
I am shocked and in awe in how good that episode was. It was dark. The cinematography was amazing. The music was awesome. The action was crazy. And it caught me by such a twist what the show is actually going to be about, because you automatically think, all right, this is going to be a reboot of Smallville. It's going to be Clark growing up or something like that. No, in the first 4 minutes of the show, they show you him landing, his father dying, him meeting Lois, him getting married, him having 2 kids. And by the time the intro is done, he's married with 2 teenagers and he's well-established Superman.
What?
Okay.
He has
So
kids?
it's literally his life with
Teenagers.
Lois. It's not how he met Lois. It's like his life with after
Yes.
like Lois. Okay.
So it's a mix of like
So it picks up where Smallville left off.
yeah, it's like what you guys always say. It's so difficult to make a good Superman show or movie because of how overpowered he is.
Yep.
But when he has a family, you can't really be overpowered because you have to deal with the same stuff that any father does raising these
they're
kids.
they're humanizing
They're
him.
humanizing.
Yeah.
Him. Yeah.
Yes. And I mean, Joey, what did you think about it?
Everything that Darren said was correct. Absolutely fantastic. I watched the first. Okay, so the Flash season 7
I
started.
thought he was gonna say absolutely.
I thought he was gonna go
No,
to the
I wasn't.
beat.
No. I wasn't. I'm not gonna do that. So I thought, maybe CW might bring up their production, saying how good Superman was. They didn't. So the Flash is still trash. Anyway, Superman Lois, like Darrien said, the cinematography, absolutely beautiful. The shots are completely different. The CGI, it's not like top movie quality, but compared to like the Flash and Arrow and whatnot, absolutely fantastic. The music, like he said, there's moments I won't say because there's some some sad stuff going on there, but it's tearjerker, whatever.
No, it's Superman, not Flash. Did you say Wells,
He
Kyler?
said swells, not Wells.
Swells.
Oh, I thought you said Wells. I was like, no, we're not on Flash yet. Okay. Continue.
Like you guys said, it humanizes Superman, and it's tough because you hear Superman Lois, you're like, is going to be ridiculous, but you see Superman, who's supposed to be this god, like you guys said, humanized, and he has two teenage boys who are like 14, 15, going through puberty and like beginning high school, and you see him struggle with that. The one thing he's, you think he'd be good at, he's absolutely not.
That's actually pretty cool. I don't know if I've ever have any comic book arcs covered.
I don't think
this
so.
Sort of thing.
Well, this is like a different take on Superman having kids, because I don't think he ever had twins. Whatsoever.
No, I don't remember that in anything.
I will say,
do they have powers?
I cannot tell you that. I can neither.
So that's a yes.
Okay.
Say yes.
Why do you
or
go
no.
ahead?
Yeah.
Well, it's not really that big of a spoiler, but the thing is, it's not a spoiler. They may have them, but they haven't really manifested them, and he hasn't told them that he's Superman. So
they don't know that their dad is Superman.
No, the thing with Superman is there's certain things you have to put aside, like glasses can make a whole costume.
No,
like,
I
no
think
one
we could say
that kind
I think
of
we
thing.
could say it because in the trailer, Superman Lois trailer, he obviously he tells them. So they eventually find out he's Superman, and instead of being like, "Wow, my dad's Superman," they're like, "Seriously, you just screwed us over. Like we thought we were normal, now we're alienated. Now we feel like aliens because one of them suffers from
stop being
right, like grow up.
Yeah, one of them.
My
one of
dad
them
is
like,
Superman. Oh boo hoo! Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So one of them is like this perfect like jock, and the other one suffers from social anxiety disorder. So I mean.
Don't we all?
He has to deal with that.
I think it's pretty cool because it's more emotional and plot driven rather than Superman saving the day every day. It's more like, how do I grapple with this stuff when I don't have powers to fix that?
And it still has the action scenes, which are pretty good. Like in the first episode, the effects were pretty decent. I don't like his costume, not that much. I don't like the stuffing in the costume. I like how it looks, but when he's standing still, he has shoulders that are just bulging out, and then he looks like a plank just going across.
Yeah, and his underwear is a little funky too. I'm just saying, it's a little weird. I like the suit though. I thought it was
3 episodes in, I have no complaints. It's still just as good. He's still struggling as a parent.
Okay, we'll come back to it at the end of the season and see what you guys think of the overall story.
I'm gonna continue for sure.
I had one question. Well, first, I don't like Superman. We all know that here. So, like, the only reason I was thinking about maybe watching it is because from the trailers, the cinematography looked amazing. So
it's so good.
And now that I hear the plot, I may give it a look. But my question is, like, what's the timeline in terms of like the other CW shows? Because he appeared in like the other ones, right?
That actor?
It is related
because
yeah.
Yeah,
so from the crossover, I don't know the exact timeline, but all I know is from like Infinite Earths, Crisis on Infinite Earths, they destroyed the multiverse, and now everybody's just on this one singular Earth. And when he came back, obviously the timeline's messed up, so he went from having one kid, Connor Kent, to being on the phone with Lois and having twins, and so he was shocked about that. But that's all I know because I never continued that whole crossover situation because that's
so
like
a child just manifested itself. Like
in a different
age of 13
in a different universe.
Let's just say Barry changed the timeline again, and so now instead of having one kid, he has two.
Also, if you want to give us a quick review on whatever you watched of the new season of Flash, how on a ranking from like trash to like really trash, where is it? Because there's nothing above that for that show.
Probably below really trash because they've done nothing better. They continued what they did in season 6, I guess. But honestly, it's just
It
as annoying.
infuriates me that we're on a season 7. This show should have ended at season 3 or season 4.
Why not move on to something that people actually want rather than this garbage, dude?
But they have a Swamp Thing show coming out too.
They canceled that.
No, it already came out.
Oh, it came out.
It had
Yeah.
one season. It had really good reviews, and for some reason they canceled it.
Yeah, I don't think they finished the season because I started watching that season.
That sucks.
And I was like, oh, this is cool.
They have Black Lightning.
That got canceled also.
Oh, it did?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
And now they have Batwoman too, right?
No, that got, oh my goodness. It has a 3.1 on IMDb. It got canceled hard.
They were, after like half a season, they changed the Batwoman to someone else. And then
Ruby Rose was gone.
And then they changed it. And then that got canceled, I think, too.
Yep.
And they didn't they edit her out of like the Infinite whatever or something like that?
Wow. I don't think, was she ever part of it? I don't know.
There was like a thing where like a bunch of heroes, and originally she was in it, and then they edited her out.
there's like everyone standing next to each other. There's just a gap right here.
And Harrison Wells, they kept them alive. It's annoying. From The Flash, because it went from him, then another Harrison Wells, then it went multiverse of Harrison Wells, then the Council of Harrison Wells, and he finally died.
The Council
and now
of Harrison Wells?
Yes.
Are you serious? Is it like
Yes.
Council of Ricks from Rick and Morty?
Literally.
All different hair.
Literally. And now they brought him back again after he died for one episode.
Yep.
They just can't let him go. I don't know.
I mean,
Council of Harrison Wells.
Yes.
That's so. Oh.
this is the 3.4.
Oh shoot!
That's not a joke, dude.
Can we see a review?
User ratings for Batgirl or Batwoman.
User reviews.
Ouch.
Endured one episode. Wooden acting. Terrible storyline. What a waste. So you cancel Swamp Thing and renew
the Flash.
this.
Oh, the Flash.
All right, I'll go to that. They should cancel the show. Animated Harley Quinn is better than the. It's fine. He had some choice words. What about the Flash?
Poor Grant Gustin, man. He needs to move on. 7.7. Wow.
Well, that's probably because of the early seasons.
Ren.
That's true.
We got a naked baby.
I didn't even see it. Oh no.
You can't distribute that now. We
I'll
can't
be
put
back.
that on the platform. So now we will transition into. So we'll do, entertainment news, and then you can put the timestamp for like some show reviews because we did multiple there. And now we're going into movie reviews. No, we're going into mysterious places. That's where we're going.
There you go.
All right. So Joey has, I believe, a few, and I have one. I was going to do Stonehenge, but it's not nearly as mysterious as we once thought. We know pretty much everything there is to know about it. Just questions on how the stones were transported there is still a little iffy, but
do we know who?
They
Welsh, I think it was, right?
Do we know why?
Something down here. Yeah, so the two monuments were linked by the River Avon, and the ceremonies at the site could have included a symbolic passage from life to death. And the reason that there's two is because near Stonehenge, there's another one similar to it, built with wooden bricks and stuff like that. So the
bricks.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I'm saying?
New. That's new.
The monuments are aligned with the summer and winter solstices. Thus, it is believed that people came from all over on the longest and shortest days of the year and held ceremonies of death and birth. So that's what it's believed to be. We don't have.
I've also
history.
heard that Merlin of the Arthurian legends is the one who put it there.
But that came out in the 1100s when they were still like jamming ice picks into people's eyes to get rid of headaches.
Hey.
So Joey, you take off your first one, and then I'll do mine.
All right, so
or
this
your
place
first
is,
two.
It's not really mysterious. The first two places are kind of like pretty cool places that, I mean, seeing in person would probably be like mind bending. But the first place is Kawa Asian Volcano. All right, it's located in Java, Indonesia. All right, so on this island, it's an active, what is it? Solfatara, I believe it's called, or volcano. And the definition of Solfatara, volcanic crater emitting only sulfurous and other gases. Okay, now with that in mind, this volcano emits high quantities of sulfur. If you don't know what sulfur is, I feel sorry for you. Gases.
I'm not going to explain it or anything. Just figure it out.
Yeah, you're dumb. Moving on.
It smells disgusting. Let's just leave it at that.
Oh yeah, smells like eggs.
Smells like a fart. Yeah.
Like rotten eggs, yeah.
Highly flammable. So, anyways, the volcano emits in like at high pressures and temperatures, and says sometimes reaching up to 600 degrees in Celsius, and in Fahrenheit it's 1,112 degrees. And I will show you a picture. So much sulfur comes out that it emits a cool electric blue color.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
What?
Yeah. So
That's at the tip of a volcano?
That is, yeah.
That looks like
And here's
something
some
out
at
of like an
Bro.
alien movie.
That's lava?
Yeah, a French photographer. His name's right there, Olivier Grunewald.
No,
we don't shout out-
We don't shout out other photographers on this podcast. There's only one.
Olivier Grunewald.
Very
That German.
Olivier
If we translate that
Grunewald.
name, it's Wiley Vellet.
Translate the name.
So yeah, so much sulfur is coming off the lava that it flows down with the lava, giving it that electric blue look. It just looks like it's from like another planet.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That's wild.
That's in Indonesia?
Yeah,
Did you get that from Destiny?
Bro.
there's a person just standing right next to me. If
What?
you want a
could just
comparison?
walk up to it?
Yeah, I think there's miners that work there. I forgot for what.
It's a little sketchy.
Bro, do you remember when the Chilean miners got stuck down in the earth for
Yeah.
like 28 days, dude?
Yeah.
I remember watching that. What is it, 2010 or something?
It's longer. If it,
All of those
it
things.
happened longer ago. How do you say that sentence?
Wait, what are you
A
trying
lot-
to say?
It happened.
It happened even more longer.
How do you say
No.
that sentence?
Why am I breaking? It
What
happened.
are you trying to say though? I'm trying.
It was further in the past than it feels. I don't know how to structure that sentence.
It happened
further
much
back.
It was a
than we
lot
remember.
longer ago
Yeah.
than we remember. Yeah.
Longer ago? Can you say that?
Yeah.
Spider-Man's.
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
It's all those stuff. The tsunami in Taiwan, right?
2004?
Or what was it Taiwan? I forget. Or
Dude, when you see
That's in my-
the
that's in my
Haiti
talk. I should
earthquake.
know that.
The Haiti earthquake.
2010.
2010.
never forget that.
It's just like, but it feels so recent, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I remember that. My dad was like, I'm gonna go down to Haiti and I'm gonna help those people because I gotta do something. I was like, I feel like that's how the whole world felt at that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because it was just so crazy watching that stuff. But anyway, that just got pretty dark there. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of deaths
Yeah.
from tsunamis and earthquakes.
It get
Sorry about that, Joey.
I'll go with my second location. This second location, I feel like all of us would absolutely enjoy this. I feel like Wiley more than us, but it's Salar de Uyuni, or in English, the Uyuni Salt Flats. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it.
Salt
Wiley's heard of
Flats.
it.
I want to go to
It's
Salt Flats
like
so
red, right?
bad.
No. So
It's not red?
it's found. You'll see. It's found in southwest Bolivia. It's the world's largest salt flat that stretches across 6,575.35 miles.
The Bolivian
Absolutely
Salt Flats. It's
huge.
awesome. It's like all white.
So-
It's crazy.
Mhm.
So yeah, I have I think 2 pics from their website. But it's made by prehistoric lakes which have evaporated, a long time ago. And on there is like a thick layer of salt, in which at certain times a year, nearby lakes will flow up just through, oxygen pockets or whatever, or it'll rain. And when it does, and when it's the right amount of rain, and I will share this now, it creates a perfect mirror reflection on the
Yes.
ground. And it just goes for miles.
I want to go so bad.
Oh, whoa.
Wow.
Where is this again?
Bolivia.
It's in Bolivia.
Bolivia. Yeah.
Bolivia.
They actually,
Wow.
there was a video.
there's
game that
another
had this.
picture.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, dude. So what's the ground again? What's
That's
going
salt.
on?
But
It's a bunch of salt with water.
if
So
there's
when it
enough
rains-
water, yeah.
Yeah. It has to be
Holy
like
cow.
the right amount or whatever.
Yeah.
But can you imagine like getting knocked out and then someone just leaving you in the middle of there?
Oh, I
That's
cried.
like
What's
that's like in
happening?
in
cried.
SpongeBob when
The white
Squidward
room
goes to
was
the-
Squidward.
Yeah,
Mhm.
with the time machine.
I hated that
Ex-
episode.
that was
dude.
like my first existential crisis. Like I was like, what's going
Yeah.
on?
At the age of like 5 or 6,
Yeah.
he's just like his brain is just breaking.
he goes to the
Can't cover
future and
it.
he's like,
Hello.
yeah, it was like a big old DMT
Hello.
trip of an episode. Miss me with
That's
that.
awesome. I'm glad you picked that one out because I forgot that
That's pretty
existed.
cool.
Yeah.
And apparently under it is 70% of the world's lithium reserves. 70%. So if you don't know what that is, that powers your laptops, your car, electric cars, and smartphones. That's insane.
Wow.
That is pretty wild, dude.
I would love to bring
awesome
like
place.
all of my favorite cars and just shoot them there. Like that would be
like, all right, we're gonna take you down. You're driving for like 40 minutes. Like you're not going anywhere.
That is crazy. Wiley, I'll bring my Kia so you can take pictures of it.
Can we discuss? Can we discuss?
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna bring your Kia all the way down there.
Can we discuss your terrible luck with that Kia, yo? Like,
Kyler, you saw what happened to my car,
tangent.
Yeah,
bro. This is so crazy. I
What
literally
happens to Darrien?
I saw the band here.
On my interview episode, we'll talk about my history with road rage and driving and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I am 100% a changed man. I don't speed anymore. None of that. I'm the most pacifist driver there is. I'm like chilling all the time, all this stuff. So I don't do anything to even get close to get into an accident with anyone. Yet I have the worst luck with my car. I mean, I was parked.
I would say second to Kyler, but we'll go on.
I might have you beat there.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Dude, I'm parked at the barber shop one day. I get home and realize someone sideswiped my car. I have a huge mark. Got to replace all this. I had to replace this front fender piece. I order it from an used car parts place. It comes in and UPS bent it while they were tossing it like the Neanderthals that they are. So that's just my luck. So that's just an example. I'm driving through Spindle Hill Road the other day.
That's 31 miles long.
Yeah,
there's
and
like
out of
20
nowhere,
Spindle Hill roads.
Bro, out of nowhere, these 3 deers jump out of the woods. Deers jump. Deer-eye. Door. The door jump out.
Spider-Man.
The door jump out of the woods, and 2 of them are in front of my car. So I'm like, I hit the brakes so I don't hit them. They turn around and run back into the woods. And I'm like, all right, you guys are good. The third one, bro.
The third door.
The third door. No, it's deer. It's singular, Wiley. Come on. The third one sees 75% of my car pass by it and still runs into right above my rear tire, bro. Right above my So I'm like, holy cow, this thing's missing a chromosome. So you can't say that. You can't say that. It's so frustrating, bro. It's not even Bambi. It's like Bambi. So,
Stop it! Enough! We'll go to the next place, Darrien. Go to the next place.
No,
Stop.
I'm angry. I should have hit that deer head on.
Stop.
Should have hit that thing head on. So he hits above my rear tire. And then he like does this thing where he doesn't just hit it with his head, like he hits it and his whole body swings into the rest of the side of my car. So I had this huge dent right above my tire, scratch of his foot on my rear door. My front door has a dent. Oh my goodness, bro. So
did he leave? He bounced or what?
He left some of the tear on there.
Went back in.
Some of the tear on the door for Darrien.
Yeah. There's still some hair in the door there, and I left it. So I'm like, natural selection will take care of that thing sooner or later. It'll be gone.
Oh my goodness.
So frustrating, dude. So now,
that sounds like a whole woman crying, man. Oh man.
So now Delilah's got to be in the shop for 3 weeks, bro.
The scene in Spider-Man where Aunt May is just praying, gobbling.
Oh yeah,
goes right through the room.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
man.
That's my tangent about my car look.
Oh my god,
Darrien, what's your mysterious place?
Yeah. So I wanted to take a minute to talk about. Yeah, cut out whatever you need to cut out there. I mean, this isn't the episode.
Gonna leave it in. He's probably
just
never heard Kyler laugh like that.
Thinking about the chromosomes.
I was breathing, and then you just hit me with.
I wanted to talk about the Amazon rainforest. It is a cool place. Hold on, we gotta cut.
For our audio listeners, Kyler is off the screen, bent over.
Yeah.
Whew. So anyway, guys, I was sleeping the other day and bought a yo-yo, and
You want to see my yo-yo? Hey, I got a new. Okay, cologne of the day, guys. Bought a new one. It's called Bulgari Aqua Amara. Now, I don't know who designed this bottle. It's absolutely atrociously designed. It looks like a Mento, but it doesn't. You can't
stop triggering Kyler.
You can't sit it up anywhere, bro. It's perfectly circular. for whatever reason, you can't stand it up in the closet.
I can't breathe.
Yo, I got it in and I was like, sheesh, what is this, dude? I put it in my thing and I was like trying to, find a way to put it, but it's not going to stand up on its
I just
own.
pictured Darrien trying to make it stand up in the same way he was trying to pick the gum off of Wiley's screen.
I was
like, it reminds me of Arrival.
My throat hurts. My throat hurts. All right. Amazon rainforest.
What a mess of an episode. What a mess.
So
no, that was amazing. I haven't
that
lost
was a worthwhile tangent. We'll timestamp that one. The Amazon rainforest is 7 million square feet big. I don't know what the word is. Wide.
Large.
Square feet. Just
large. Okay.
Diameter.
Square feet big.
Yes. So
the Amazon rainforest is absolutely good.
I didn't know it. That sounds good. It's 7 million square feet big. It sounds fine. It sounds fine, dude. Say it out loud, bro.
Yo, I think that deer hit head on.
Bro,
because when you say this person's
square feet in diameter,
because you don't just use the unit of measurement, you got to say something after, like someone's 7 feet tall, 350 pounds
diameter.
Big. Okay, so
it's square feet. You don't
square
have to
feet is the. That's
you don't say a house is 1,000 square feet.
Imagine being made fun of for something like this, dude. This is what I go through. Anyway,
bro, my throat.
A realtor.
Holy cow! 5 million square feet of the Amazon rainforest is completely unexplored and what do you call it? Like they don't even know the terrain. Shut up, dude. Shut up. Yo, let me go get a tissue, bro. Holy cow. I can't even make a mistake with my words. What is it called?
That's why I can't. I'm about to regurgitate my
They
words.
don't know the terrain. Unexplored. They don't know how big, how deep the mountains go, how high, that kind of stuff. Because
unexplored.
Unmapped.
Because the canopy of the rainforest is so dense that cameras and stuff like that can't see beneath the canopy.
Can't penetrate.
Exactly. But a new technology that we have in recent years that we've been using is called LiDAR technology, which actually the new iPhones have. And basically it allows multiple cameras to scan a certain area and tell, like, you can use an iPhone now to tell you how tall something is, how wide something is, down to the centimeters.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
You haven't used the measurement. Yeah, it's awesome.
You can do it. It's I think the Measure app it comes on your phone, and that's what this little sensor is right there. And essentially, it'll using that on a much bigger scale. Archaeologists and scientists have been able to, navigate a lot more of the Amazon rainforest. But since it's so dense, there are no landing spots where you can land with a helicopter and, start exploring this section. So the unexplored size of the Amazon rainforest is literally the same exact size as the entire Indian subcontinent, which is insane. That's like, imagine saying in 2021, we've done we've explored the entire world except for India. Like, how insane would that be? That's what it is to say about
like
the
a
Amazon
whole
rainforest.
country that nobody set foot in.
Exactly.
Can you think about the amount of people have gotten lost in there? Like,
or the people that live there that have
the indigenous tribes and stuff
that have never come into contact with
anyone,
like technology or anything. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is what's so crazy. So in 1900, it was common knowledge that humans had only been around in the Amazon rainforest and around that area for 1,000 years. But because of the LiDAR technology and because of the intense exploration that we've been doing as archaeologists and stuff like that in the Amazon, they think that humans have been there for more than 5,000 years now. And let me show you guys some of the reasons that they believe that. So this is one example, the one that I have pulled up here. These civilizations, the only reason we're seeing them now, sadly, is because of the deforestation that agriculture people and big companies are doing in these areas, which, how you have a voice crack clearing your throat?
Shut your mouth. My throat hurts.
That's wild, dude.
My throat hurts.
That's so like, what are the chances?
You didn't even open your mouth.
Yeah, he's like,
My mic's messed up. I fixed it.
So these civilizations, the crazy thing about these civilizations are, in some of these spots, humans in other parts of South America didn't have this level of technology, this level of agricultural knowledge to build these things. And on top of that,
It's aliens.
they supported some of them supported up to 20 million people in one city, which is absolutely insane. Just imagine 20 million people at that time being supported in the Amazon rainforest. And the thing with the rainforest is the ground, the soil is terrible for producing vegetation that humans can eat. So they had to create, which I can actually pull up.
That's so strange.
Yeah. Which is
So
why
what was that? Like an aqueduct?
well, those were buildings that I had pulled up. I don't know where those were.
Oh, it was just like living structures?
Yep.
Yeah, it's up there.
And they're finding more and more. So
what are we looking at?
What we're looking at now are
Bruh.
signs of agricultural innovation that those old civilizations used to use that allowed them in this, whatever, I don't know exactly what this is or why it looks like this.
So they made kind of like a moat.
It looks like
Divert water.
in like kindergarten, like a person
Yeah.
with a circle.
Pretty much. But what they did was, like, for example, these spots right here.
That's the Millennium Falcon.
There you go. These allowed the water to move in or to block off runoff from the
okay.
rivers and stuff like that. So they were able to bring the water and the necessary nutrients to their areas to support wherever those civilizations were inside the rainforest.
Yeah,
exactly. Which is mind-blowing. And you mentioned earlier that different civilizations, haven't had contact with any humans and stuff like that, which is crazy because to this day, the Brazilian authorities don't allow exploration into a lot of sections of the Amazon rainforest for that very purpose, because you can bring diseases and viruses and stuff that may be normal to us, but will shred through their entire populations,
or vice versa.
Imagine what they have. Mm-hmm. Who knows what they're eating out there and stuff like that.
Well, do you guys remember the old Anaconda movie with Ice Cube and Jennifer Lopez
and John Voight?
Yeah. Do you remember the point of that expedition?
For the flowers, to grab the flowers that can heal.
No, I don't remember.
No, it was to find a civilization in like the Amazon rainforest.
Was it El Dorado?
Huh.
No.
Oh, because I wanted to mention that. Wow.
That was the point of that one. Oh, maybe
that was the point of that movie. Yeah.
No, maybe I'm thinking of the other. I think there was like a third one after.
There's like 3 or 4.
I think it was like the one after that. It was like this pink flower that like had like healing properties.
The very first Anaconda movie. That's what the whole plot was. The point of the expedition was to find and photograph a never before photographed civilization in the Amazon.
I feel like if we watch that movie now,
it's not good.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I feel
that's why I know, because we watched it and I was like, wow, this movie's horrible.
But I loved it when I was younger, dude. Yeah. I loved that movie.
But yeah, there's other. I forgot what it's called, but I think it's in the vicinity of like the Pacific Islands. And it's this like super hostile island. It's really small, but people can't really get there because the inhabitants, as soon as you get within like range, they
have pictures, right?
Yeah, they start like firing arrows and spears and stuff.
You're talking about the place off of the coast of India.
Is it India?
So. Yeah, you know what's crazy?
Or the picture of the helicopter, you see the native throwing like getting ready to throw a spear right at the helicopter.
For me, that's like,
scary.
That's nightmare fuel.
Can you imagine?
Because I already have like a mild phobia of like
Northern Sentinel
crash landed there. Oh my goodness, Kyler would pull a Darrien.
Oh yeah, I know.
No,
I wouldn't be able to come. I'd tell one of you guys to come because I'm like, I can't handle this.
Dude, I would not want to be there.
Yeah.
I'd rather take my chances swimming.
I think I read about it first like years ago, and then I heard about it again. Yes.
Ooh, so this is Northern Sentinel Island. It's off the coast. I'll take it off if you don't like it.
Yeah,
I respect that. It's off the coast of India, and India, their army or their navy has boats surrounding the island. Like I think it's 2 miles out, somewhere where these people aren't going to see it. protecting so that nobody can come in and try to contact this civilization since like the 80s, I think it is, which is
1980s.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because there was people who you had mentioned, there's pictures here of those people talking to the tribes and whatnot, but there was other people that tried to contact them. And when they got close to the island, they were killed with spears and bows and stuff like that.
Yeah. They don't mess around.
It's insane.
They're like super hostile.
It's like, what do you even say to a civilization that just knows nothing other than this island?
But then there's civilizations like that where they still have their old customs, but when they're like modern day people, they still talk to them, or try to communicate with
Amish.
them. No, like like remember the guy in Discovery that he like debunked Chupacabra and stuff like that? He did one he was looking for Amelia Earhart's plane, and one of them he went to, I think it might have been in the Amazon rainforest somewhere, but it was a tribe like that, but they weren't violent. They still were like old ways, still dressed like that, still campfires, still huts and all that, but they're
aware of the outside world. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what scares me about that is a lot of those untouched tribes like that there's probably so many in the Amazon.
Oh my God.
They probably still practice cannibalism.
Oh
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which is my biggest fear.
Not to judge or anything like that, but 100%. Yeah.
No, absolutely. It is
or human sacrifice,
so scary,
stuff like
dude.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, especially in South America, because Mexico and South America and all those
Aztecs, the Maya
older civilizations, big on human sacrifices and burning them and opening them up and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, it was nuts. I've listened to a lot of podcasts about that too. It's wild.
That's what's so crazy.
Even Russia. Have you guys heard about Cannibal Island from when Stalin was around?
Oh, I think I have.
Look it up. I'm not going to get into it now.
That's fine.
There's like a whole bunch of stuff about it, and like his political plan for how he was like trying to run things, and how all the farmers had to give him a certain amount. I think it was like 70 or 80% of their.
Who was this?
Stalin.
Okay.
And a lot of people ended up getting banished to this like little island, but they weren't getting any kind of the necessary like food or anything that they needed, resources. So it got pretty rough. Yeah.
Oh, that is so crazy. So that's what I'm saying about the Amazon rainforest, with an entire India-sized portion of a continent completely unexplored. There was this explorer that I was reading about, I think in 1812. He did an expedition. He was the first man to go across South America west to east, and he had to cross through the Amazon rainforest.
Okay.
And he had different tribes of people that he had contacted with, and they would help him do these treks. And he reported that there were still millions of people in different cities that he went through and saw and met, fully running water, children, all this crazy stuff, like huge cities, huge buildings, architecture, and nobody's been able to find that since then. So everyone wrote him off as crazy and all this stuff like that. But now these pictures that I showed you guys earlier are from 2018. Like these are super recent.
Super recent. Wow.
Holy moly.
Yeah. So imagine how much stuff that we're just finding now, and they're starting to realize, okay, maybe
when was that expedition?
People like that. 1800s, I believe. Yeah, I forget his name, Francisco something or other. Ferdinand, started with an F. Graham Hancock talks about it. He has a whole book on it. And if you guys haven't listened to the Joe Rogan podcast with Graham Hancock, unreal this stuff that this dude talks about. He has a whole book on this. So that stuff interested me, and the fact that these expeditions and the LiDAR technology just started 3 years ago is like, imagine the stuff that we're gonna find going forward. It's like an alien world in a continent.
Technology only gets better.
Can you imagine like the type of not only people but like things growing there, like cures for things? Probably
that's what they say. Between the Amazon rainforest and the ocean,
animals,
it's insane the stuff that you're gonna be able to find.
I read that the ocean we're up to 8%.
Are we now?
That we know of the ocean? So
leaps
we're
and
up
bounds.
from 2 to 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, it's kind of like
strides.
Still insane though.
That's crazy.
But and then there's all these places like El Dorado, which are famed old story
legends,
myths, kind of like the Atlantis of the Amazon rainforest, which is filled with gold and emeralds and all this.
It's supposed to be in the
stuff.
Amazon rainforest.
El Dorado, yeah.
Huh. Really? I always thought it was like supposed to be in Spain or something like that. I don't know why.
Sounds like it, right?
El Dorado.
El Dorado.
Did you guys watch that movie?
Which one?
The animated one? The Road to El Dorado?
No, remember.
No?
I've never seen it.
It's one of the older
it's
ones.
so good. Yeah. You know the old like biblical animated movies like
Joseph.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Moses,
it's the same animation style.
Yeah.
But it's like two. I think they're like friends or something.
I know
like
exactly.
That, and
I know
they go on
exactly
hunting.
which movie.
It's
Oh, you're talking
pretty
about.
interesting.
I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like-
Dead air.
Wow.
Nice.
Dead air.
Okay. There was a documentary I was watching the other day on the History Channel about some guy trying to go through the Amazon with some of the natives there. So he would go from one of the corners of the Amazon rainforest, which it's in Brazil, right?
It spans, I think, a few different countries. I don't think it's all in Brazil.
I think you're right. Yeah. I think you're right. I think it's like just smack in the middle of South America. But he would go to one of the other countries and have the natives there help him start the trek, which was like 15 days of a journey that they knew how to map out. You know, we need to stop here for the night. We need to go here. We need to avoid this spot, that kind of stuff. And most of the time when I watch those things like on Discovery and whatnot, you know, looking for gold, I'm like, all right, nothing big is going to happen because if it did, we would have heard this in the news. But
it'd be on the news, not on Discovery.
Still interesting nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
So just seeing the way that, you know, them bringing him through this, and then they ran out of food on the 12th day and stuff like that. So they had to turn around, all this crazy stuff. And like helicopters can't help you out there. There's nothing that, you know, you can do. You need to bring a knife, a gun if you're going to bring a gun, bring X amount of food, but you have to carry the food. You're not going to drive a car through there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's so challenging to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Has Bear Grylls ever done anything in the Amazon?
I'm sure he has.
I feel like that's right up his alley.
I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, that dude's a wild guy.
I'm sure he
He's
has.
out of it.
Do you remember? I don't know if it was on Animal. It might have been an Animal. It was like the dude. He was like a crazy fisherman. Like he would try to catch the craziest fishes, and he would go to the Amazon a lot.
Oh my goodness, dude!
Monster Quest?
No, it wasn't Monster Quest.
I think I was
Monster
that
Quest. I love Monster
about.
Quest, but I forget the name of it. I'm gonna find it later. But I used to love that thing because he would go to the Amazon a lot, the Amazon River, and it's stuff you would find in there.
It's actual monsters.
Yo,
well, like that oarfish from my Oceans episode.
Uh-huh.
They found like one of the biggest specimens was found, if I'm not mistaken, in the Amazon, and it was like 54 feet long or something like that.
Was
some like stupid number.
Was it Monster Quest or the show you're talking about, Wiley, where they would do like an intro to the episode and talk about the legends of this fish and this animal?
Monster Quest.
Okay, and he would be like, "This snake has eaten, 14 people over the course of this many years, and we're gonna find it today."
No. Would they ever find it?
Monster Quest was for stuff,
one time.
Monster Quest was for stuff like Loch Ness Monster, Chupacabra.
Okay.
They did some smaller ones like a panther in like an area where a panther has never been seen before, and locals like. And they would try to find
displaced panthers.
Show on that.
River monsters.
Well, actually,
river monsters.
That's what it is. That's what he would go to rivers and find like the crazy stuff.
But cryptids, by definition, can be an animal that's just geographically out of place.
Yeah.
So like mountain gorillas were considered cryptids for a while because nobody thought that gorillas could be living on mountains, and then all of a sudden they realized no, there's actual that's a separate subspecies of.
Can you imagine coming across a mountain gorilla? I'd throw a rock at him, get it over. He'll find me eventually. He'll find me eventually. Let's get it over quick. I'll just launch it at him.
Yeah, dead air again.
Yeah, wow.
You're the host. That's the end of my Amazon rainforest section.
I'm glad we're on that tangent.
Well, I'm glad you're glad. Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you. So I think Joey has one more to go to.
Yeah, sure.
Going on, Kylie.
Can we make this a little cringier, please?
Man, attitude, feisty one here.
I mean, nobody got an attitude but you, so.
You guys want?
We're gonna talk about the. I hate Mike and Ike's.
We're gonna talk about the
Sour Patch.
Yes, I love Sour Patch. The Stones fears.
Stop talking. He's like, shut up. Oh, I gotta tell you about that after. Remind me. Okay, go ahead.
The Stone Spheres of Costa Rica. Anybody hear of it? No.
Stone spheres of nope.
Okay, so these
I
stone
heard Costa
spheres.
Rica is beautiful though, so I hope
Yes.
it looks cool.
God, I want to go to
There
Costa
were
Rica so bad.
more than 300 stones found in Costa Rica by, I believe it's pronounced Disquis River. I may be wrong. And they vary from sizes from a couple centimeters to 2 meters in diameter and weighing more than 15 tons. Now, I read a couple articles, and from what I read, these spheres are nearly perfectly made. They're 96% round,
Dude, I think I've heard of this.
but they're
What?
old. So there may be a point where they
They're just
might,
like scattered around the ground.
yeah, around the ground everywhere. I'll show a picture. I'll try to zoom into this picture.
That's like the Atlas lift, but
Bro,
for
like,
Uber Spartans.
So we'll say
Literally.
for, like perfectly round, almost perfectly round.
What?
That's one picture, and
Yep.
here's another one of outside.
They're just there.
And they're scattered
Naturally?
around. That they don't know. So that what is it? They removed some, like you saw in the last picture, and put them in museums in San Jose, and literally they don't have an answer on where they came from, and their only estimate on when they were made or constructed was between 800 AD and the 1500s. But their best guess is they were made by natives. But they don't know what they mean.
How?
Just chiseling.
They don't know. They what is it? Let's see. They think it was either to symbolize a status or mark a tribal chief's property, and other things that may have been used for religious purposes.
So, question, because I know that in nature, it's impossible to find a right angle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just doesn't exist.
Literally, one of the theories.
Perfect 90-degree right angle.
One of the theories was it was made like in the rivers by erosion, and then.
So that's what I'm asking. Is it
Right
possible to
places.
get something that spherical, just
Yeah.
in nature? You can
Yeah,
get
I mean, you
something
just
like
have to. That to me,
in that abundance. Like,
But like it's three.
That's what I'm
there's
saying.
300
If it was like
almost
one, if it was
round.
one, okay.
Yeah.
But the amount of
right now,
So,
for our listeners, we're looking at a picture with at
a
least
perfect
9
round
of
rock.
these things
Yeah.
on like a beach or
But
in a clearing or
They're
something.
legit scattered everywhere, and they said before they were moved, many of them were located amongst one another, creating shapes or patterns such as triangles, parallelograms, or straight lines.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
See,
that's
that's humans.
placed there. Yeah.
but circles are naturally occurring in nature. That's the way gravity a lot of times will take things into a circular.
But like a rock
Formation.
like that.
A
So,
rock.
like,
That looks
other
like
things-
humans to me.
It's humans, but still, like they made it so almost it's just
that's
perfectly
impressive, yeah.
round. Like
it's just
See,
like I
if
can see
I'm-
that happening in modern day, but like how did they
Yeah.
do it?
If I'm
back
walking
then,
around,
yeah.
if I'm walking around like a forest or something like that, like hiking, and I come into a clearing and I see a bunch of those things
I'm
on
running.
the ground,
I'm running.
I'm like, okay, I'm either about to get ritualistically
this is not Target.
sacrificed.
This isn't Target.
Darren, remember we tried to jump over one of those? And
Nah, I
like,
can't
ate
recall
it?
that. I can't
Oh,
recall
I
that.
love
So
that.
that's what I
I
was
think
saying.
about that
It's
on a
the
regular
thing,
basis.
the Amazon is what Credit Karma new score alert. Okay. So we gonna do that. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that
love
would
those things.
definitely creep me
Especially
the heck out.
one
I'd
that's
be
like 2 meters big and just 15 tons. Like how?
Okay,
Like,
have they identified the type of rock it is? At least, like, is it a familiar?
I'm not sure. I didn't go into that.
Imagine it's like a geode.
specific.
You crack one of those things open, and it's just like crazy on the inside.
You know
Nuts.
what's
Do you
crazy?
guys think? Do you
Alien?
guys think that rocks are soft and they tense up when we touch them?
You're a fool. You're an absolute fool.
Don't break my brain.
No, that's not
Don't
even gonna break
think-
my brain. That's
I
just
know.
That's
no.
what that is.
Imagine.
You know what's crazy though? We have never dug far enough to know. You know how we think the Earth is Earth, mantle, core, all that stuff.
That's all theories.
It's all theory, bro. I just
Hollow
found this
Earth,
out
dude.
at 23 years old.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It could
We've
be
only
something
dug
else.
down. I think the deepest hole is like 2 miles
Like
straight down. And
less
it's
credibility
like
to the Hollow Earth. I'm just saying.
it's like less than the diameter of your pinky, the hole, because the drill bit it's like
Yeah.
ridiculously thin.
And that's what I'm saying about science. They're able to theorize that and
Completely
use it
yeah.
as a fact because things react the way we think they should react according to our human laws.
Mhm.
But I feel like a lot of times there's so many things outside of our comprehension, like outside of what we know as law today,
Yeah.
that are probably happening that are outside of our scope of scientists' scope of thinking because they just throw it out there because this is what's going on.
That's why
I'm
it's
like,
mostly theory.
ah.
It's not like fact.
That brings us to time travel, guys. Let's go back.
99% of what we know about like space and stuff like that. I mean, there's things that obviously are factual, but a lot of it is
Yeah.
completely theoretical. We have no idea exactly how it works. And what we do know about the laws of physics are laws that affect us on a 24/7 basis.
Yep.
Yeah.
There are very easily things when you get further down, like, okay, maybe things change when you get further down because of something that we never experience on the surface, and it could be different down there. We don't know.
Gravity is I think gravity is a law because of how, solidified it is into our understanding of the way the world works. But
actually,
it's still a theory technically.
Both flat and hollow earthers believe that gravity is fiction, like it's not real.
See, now there's a documentary on Netflix about.
Don't offend anybody.
No, I'm not. It's just.
I mean, Darrien. I meant Darrien.
I was gearing up.
No, because that's what they believe, that it's something that was created by like governments and scientists to prove our spherical Earth, which in their eyes is incorrect, and that gravity itself doesn't really exist. It's the laws of buoyancy, not gravity.
But there's a documentary on Netflix. I forget what it's called. Might be Flat Earthers. And it's literally just a documentary that follows some of the leading flat earthers today as they try to prove to the documentary filmmakers why they believe the earth is flat. And they do these experiments, and they'll do one like in the first half.
I remember you telling me about this, and they fail completely, right?
They fail. And they're like, okay, well, this is why it failed, this and that. So they do the second one, and it proves the earth is round. And they're like, nah, see, but this is why this is wrong, and this and that. So they do a third one. And the whole thing is like, the point of the documentary is to show nothing will convince, these people that this is wild. So I don't know. It was a cool documentary though. It was fun. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I've heard a lot of the theories. The hollow earth is obviously much less credible, and there aren't as many people behind it. But it's more because there's so many theories as to like what it means when you say hollow earth, because there are some people who believe that the earth is, we live on the surface, and then on the inverted side, there's people living like we're here on the surface, and there's people who are here, and there's a sun in the center.
Yep.
And gravity pushes us onto the surface, but it also pushes them against it. And then there's other people who believe that there's smaller earths orbiting inside of our earth, like a Russian nesting doll.
And obviously it's all wacky, but I just find those things really interesting, and like I like to see what it's
fun
so
to think
creative
about. It's fun to think or to listen to how they're able to like justify it and say, oh no, this is why I think this and this, and you're like, okay, I don't agree, but okay.
But any good conspiracy theory needs a motive with the why. Why would the earth be flat, and what big government would be hiding it from us? We're not going to get into all this, but that doesn't make any what is the motivation? If the earth was flat tomorrow,
we've invested so much money in proving that it's spherical that if we had to then admit that it's not, it would cost like billions of dollars in research and stuff like that. That's like that's the reason as to why we would hide it.
I don't know, man. There's people that believe there's lizard people controlling the world and all this. And clones.
Reptilians.
Yeah, and clones and stuff. And it's just like, I mean, we might be able to clone humans. I don't know. They can clone sheep.
And pigs.
And pigs.
And I think a goat too once or something like that.
Yeah, but I think that only lived for like a week.
That's true.
Really?
Yeah.
It's an imperfect science. Soon enough, though.
Didn't they clone like a woolly mammoth or something like that?
No, they can, but they haven't.
They saw Jurassic Park and decided it was in our best interest to not do.
They found one. Didn't they find one like fully preserved in the glacier or something like that? Yeah.
Food in its mouth and everything like that, in its stomach and everything.
Yeah, well, but that's lights out on the Light Bulb podcast.
You're the host. You could do it.
No, I'm not
you have the power. You have the power to do it now. I'm
not going to do it. I'm going to send it. Does anyone else have anything else to mention this episode? I think we covered.
Nope. This car's running out of gas.
This is just a taste of. There's so many more places, obviously, on Earth that are like
we just mentioned 3 different cool places, but there's so many. So
we could even like 4.
Wait. Yeah, you're right. We talked about the Doors.
Yeah, the doors.
The doors attacked in my car and whatnot. It is what it is.
Square feet big. And...
Okay, that I stand by that. 10,000 square feet.
Hey,
Big. Joey, why don't you?
Is
guys
Kyler
remember-
frozen? Kyler's frozen.
Is he frozen in
I
that
thought
position?
he was just laughing.
Same.
he's laughing at himself.
The
Anywho,
disappointed
we'll just
father
end it like
face.
that with a
Ooh.
frozen screen.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's the thumbnail.
If any of our viewers or listeners have any suggestions for episodes, please let us know. Send Wiley a message. Kyler's trying to speak.
There he is.
There he is. Hi. Okay. Hello.
We're doing
Okay.
the send off.
I'm excited to listen back to this episode to see what I missed. Okay.
We're just
Nothing
doing
crazy.
Nothing.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, leave us whatever you'd like to see, maybe possibly see in the future. Darrien's interview will be coming up soon, so send questions, please. A lot of questions, silly questions, funny questions, serious questions. We want to know about the great Darrien and his Spider-Mains. And with that,
Never mind.
that's Lights Out on the Light Bulb Podcast.